Science with Nilou, Dance of Lotuslight. Nilou begins her skill by dealing hydro damage and entering the pirouette state for up to 10 seconds. The cooldown of 18 seconds begins immediately. During this time, you can use her elemental skill or normal attack up to 3 times, with the third being the deciding factor on which action is taken. Regardless of which you use, all attacks deal hydro damage and count as elemental skill hits. Using her normal attack 3 times takes about 1.6 seconds, unleashes a luminous illusion projectile, and activates her sword dance. If instead you use her elemental skill 3 times, it takes about 2 seconds, but activates a tranquility aura. If striving for efficiency, using her normal attack twice, followed by her elemental skill once, takes about 1.8 seconds, deals slightly more damage and will also activate the tranquility aura. During Nilou's sword dance, which lasts 8 seconds, her hand glows, indicating that the buff is active. Attacks will continue to deal hydro skill damage, and any attack sequence in progress will be interrupted when the buff expires. Just like before, the third attack in the sequence unleashes a luminous illusion projectile, dealing damage in a straight line in front of her. This attack spans 2 blocks across. In terms of height, it spans from about 1 block below her to around 3 blocks above her. The total travel time is 1 second, covering a distance of 18 blocks. If instead you activated Nilou's Tranquility Aura, hydro is continuously applied around her within a radius of 3 blocks, over a duration of 12 seconds, or 18 seconds with her first constellation. The Tranquility Aura ticks every 0.5 seconds, but is subject to an internal cooldown, effectively applying hydro every 2 seconds. Importantly, however, the Tranquility Aura ticks do not count as elemental skill hits, so will not trigger the effects of Nilou's weapon, or artifact set bonuses such as Tenacity of the Millelith or Deepwood Memories. This may be a bug. Whilst in a Hydro and Dendro team, completing the pirouette will activate or refresh the Golden Chalice's bounty buff for all characters. This lasts 30 seconds and is represented with a visual effect. Nilou does not need to be in combat to activate Golden Chalice's bounty, so it may be triggered before starting challenges. Dendro cores created by any character are instead transformed into bountiful cores, which explode quicker and deal more damage over a larger radius. Regular Dendro cores, if left untouched, will explode after 6 seconds. Bountiful cores, on the other hand, detonate after just 0.4 seconds. Unfortunately, I cannot accurately measure the blast radius of Dendro cores in a controlled environment, but here's some footage giving a general indication. For comparison, here's some footage of bountiful cores in the same situation, with a substantially larger blast radius. Nilou's Elemental Burst deals 2 instances of hydro damage to nearby enemies. The first is applied in the initial blast, with a radius of 13 blocks. The other is applied 2 seconds afterwards to all enemies hit by the first. The effects of Nilou's second constellation apply a Hydro or Dendro resistance debuff when hit by hydro damage or Dendro cores respectively. The Tranquility Aura does not apply this debuff, as it does not deal damage. Importantly, the debuff does not take effect for the initial hit that caused it, so players must first deal damage, and then subsequent hits will deal more damage. Thanks for watching. Join me next time for Science with Nahida.